Alright guys, it's Jaeger again. So for this video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I recently added onto my Nitrogen Civic SI. First things first is the hybrid shifting cables. I had to throw that on because I stretched my OEM shifter cables. And not to mention, the hybrid racing shifter cables are a lot thicker. They have more girth than the stock ones, and that's something that I am not going to complain about. I love it. I'm hoping it will last another 40k or 50k miles with the way I drive it. Hopefully it will take some serious abuse from me, but so far it's doing the job just fine. Second, if you haven't realized already, I added new wheels onto the car. Now, the goal for this car isn't to make it a street race car or anything like that. It's just to make it a very fun street car to drive. Not fast, not too slow. It's just quick enough for what it is. That's why I went full bolt-ons. I went with the Cosmos racing wheels. I forgot what they're called, so I'm probably just going to type it in somewhere in the video. You'll see it. These are 18 by 9.5 plus 10 offset. The reason why I went with the 18 by 9.5 plus 10 was because if you guys haven't realized or known already, the 18 by 9 and the 18 by 9.5, they're different. The 18 by 9s, they're not as concave in as these 9.5 are. Okay, so that's why I went with 9.5. I wanted that concave look. I wanted that extra lip to come out. So that's why I went with the 9.5 plus 10. That was the lowest offset I could get. So I originally wanted to go with the black chrome look, but they ran out of stock. So I decided to just go with the machine lip and black insides. So far, I'm okay with it. I mean, I didn't think it would look that good. It's starting to grow on me. I like it. I like the machine look. Now, as far as the tire size go, I originally went with 215s by 35 R18 tires. My mistake was I got it from Non-King. I didn't realize this, but Non-King tires are known to not like to stretch. They don't like to flex. I learned that the hard way. I went through like 7 or 8 plus tire shops trying to get them mounted. They couldn't get the tire to bed onto the wheels. I was like, but I've seen other people run the similar setups. 215s on their 18 by 9.5 wheels. Why can't they do it on mine? And so I'm thinking that's the case because, yeah, Non-Kings, they just don't like to stretch at all. So I originally had to go with a different tire brand. And I also bumped up the tire size just because I live in Michigan and the roads over here are kind of terrible. So I was like, you know what, I guess I'll just push it up a little bit. So I went with the 225s by 35s, okay, and R18. So that's how it looks like. I'm probably gonna throw in another clip that I shot elsewhere so you guys can see the fitment and all that. Fitment isn't really that great. I wish I could go lower, but Michigan roads they're just terrible. I don't think I can go any lower. So this is as best as I can do. Okay, so for the third thing is the Action Clutch Stage 3 plus lightweight flywheel. Now, if I remember correctly, the lightweight flywheel was rated to weight about 11 pounds. So right around that area, correct me if I'm wrong. So I've done the Action Clutch Stage 3 plus lightweight flywheel installation myself, along with a few other assistants that I'm thankful for that helped me during the process of the installation, because they definitely helped me out. As far as the installation process goes, for the first time, I have never ever done a clutch installation, flywheel installation in my life. And let me just say this, if you are kind of nervous doing the clutch installation yourself, or if you ever even thought about trying to do the clutch installation yourself, I'm gonna tell you this. Everything is straightforward, okay? Everything is straightforward. The hardest part was trying to get the transmission back into the engine, okay? That was the hardest part for me. If I remember correctly, there are 2 dowel pins that you gotta align the transmission onto for you to be able to smoothly get it in. And also you want to be able to do that without bending the emperor shaft. I believe that's the emperor shaft. I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a little thing that sticks out from the transmission, and you're trying to align it in onto the pilot bearing. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's the emperor shaft. Yeah, that was the hardest part. Now, I did reuse my Flywheel bolts along with red Loctite, and I also went with new pressure plate bolts, torqued them all to specs. Especially, I also used red Loctite onto my pressure plate bolts just to be safe, extra safe. I don't want any of those bolts to come out on me because I do abuse the car. So just trying to do things the right way as best as I can. Yeah, I know I should probably just buy new Flywheel bolts, but it's like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people reuse them and they have no issues. So I was like, all right. With the exception of using red Loctite, of course, or blue Loctite. I guess it was just a personal preference. I decided to just go with red Loctite just to be super safe. But yeah, so far it's holding on pretty well. It bites hard. It bites hard. I'm not gonna lie. It bites extremely hard. Once it's broken in, obviously, when you're ever doing a clutch installation, flywheel installation, you wanna break it in as smooth as possible for as long as you can. I contacted Action. I've spoken to one of the customer service people. I've asked them what was the minimum requirement of the break-in period. Just driving like normal, no harsh pulls or anything like that. They said a minimum of 500 miles. You gotta break it in for at least 500 miles minimum. So I did that because I was too excited. I'm impatient. I like to abuse my car. I don't like babying in it. So I couldn't wait that long, so I decided to just do 500 miles. After 500 miles, I was completely blown away when I first did my first pull with the Action clutch and lightweight flywheel. That was quite an experience. Definitely a huge difference compared to stock clutch and stock flywheel. It revs a lot quicker, and the RPMs drop a lot faster because of the lightweight flywheel. I've noticed that it's got a lot more acceleration, so that's also nice. I've heard mixed reviews from people about Action clutches, that Action clutches don't really last long, Action clutches are trash, and then I get some review from other people that are saying Action clutches are good. You know, it's just mixed reviews. So I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna try it myself and see what the hype is about, what the reviews are all about. So far, I've put about roughly 3,500 miles already in the clutch, and it hasn't slipped once. It still bites hard. I'd be on it daily, so I don't know. It still bites hard. It's still doing its thing, and I'm happy. I'm satisfied. My first thing was if I noticed that it slips occasionally or something like that, I would just assume that it was probably my fault, my error, because I did do the clutch myself without blaming the company. Just taking responsibility for my own actions. I haven't added it on yet, but I plan on adding it on because my Tsudo 3-inch catless downpipe, my flex pipe on both ends, they're leaking really bad, and now it's starting to get really bad. I'm thinking it's probably detached from the pipe now, from the way it sounds. It sounds terrible. If I could turn it on right now, I would, but it's like 3 in the morning right now, and I don't really want to wake up the neighbors. So yeah, I'm looking into getting a new Tsudo 3-inch catless downpipe, or I'm probably just gonna take it out and see if I can get it re-welded or fixed and go at it. So alright, so that's it for this video. I believe I've talked about most of the things that I recently added into my nitrogen Civic Si. Leave a question or comment in the comment section below if you have any comments or questions. I'll do the best I can to reply. Also, let me know too in the comment section below, what would you like to see more? You want to see more action content, or you want to see more of my film content? I don't really know. I'll do what I can to make some content for you guys. I will say this though, one of my biggest issue with trying to make like car content like this is with funds, lack of funds. I know it gets kind of boring just talking about the same thing over and over. You'd like to see more, you know, more mods and all that stuff, but that comes with funds. I am a father of 2 baby girls. I have a wife. I'm still trying to get my life together, so probably won't see any new mods anytime soon. Besides the downpipe, I have to get that fixed. So just so you know. Alright, thanks for watching. Leave a like or dislike. If you don't like it, no hard feelings. I'll do better next time. And as always, please be safe. Take care of yourself. Stay away from COVID-19 if you can. See you guys in the next video.